There is breaking news coming in. President Pranab Mukherjee has rejected Yakub Memon's mercy petition. That's the latest that we are hearing from Rashtrapati Bhavan. President Pranab Mukherjee has rejected Yakub Memon's mercy petition for the second time. Earlier, it was in April 2014 that Yakub Memon's mercy petition had been rejected. It has once again been rejected. Top sources in the government are telling the India Today group. What we can also tell you is that the Narendra Modi government had adopted a stern posture on the Yakub Memon issue. Rajnath Singh, the Union Home Minister, went and briefed the President of India, Pranab Mukherjee. What we can also tell you is that the Solicitor General of India was a part of this meeting. What we also know is that legal opinion was sought from the Attorney General of India. And the latest that we are getting to you is Yakub Memon's mercy petition has been rejected by President Pranab Mukherjee. Executive Editor Javed Ansari joins me with the latest. Javed, take it away.
Gaurav, we can confirm to our viewers that the President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, has rejected the mercy petition filed on behalf of Yakub Memon. He was closeted with the Home Secretary, first with the Home Minister, then with the Home Secretary and the Solicitor General for over 2 hours. This was rather unusual. He went over everything in the minutest detail, and then the President used his wisdom and decided to reject the mercy petition. This, in effect, means that now all avenues have been shut for Yakub Memon or those arguing or pleading on his behalf, and that his hanging is now inevitable.
So tomorrow morning at 7, Yakub Memon is to hang. Slender was the thread, that slender hope he had that the President may grant mercy. Were there any mitigating factors in front of the President to grant that mercy once it had been rejected last year by President Pranab Mukherjee himself, Javed? Any fresh evidence to consider?
Well, obviously, whatever was before the President of India did not make him change his mind. He had earlier rejected the mercy petition, and once again, but the President and the Government of India went through it stage by stage. The President applied his mind. He sought legal opinion. He heard out the government. He also heard out the government's senior law officers. He sought independent counsel, and it's only that in his wisdom, the President of India decided that there was no merit in that mercy petition. There were no fresh grounds, and he has decided to reject that mercy petition, Gaurav.
Stay with me, Javed. I also want to quickly bring in India Today's Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu and Amrita Shedge. Amrita Shedge is standing by at the Nagpur Central Prison. Kamaljeet, how long before the MHA order reaches Nagpur Central Prison?
The executive orders will be passed, and obviously that communication will be sent as soon as possible. And yes, the orders will reach tonight. Remember, the preparations have already been underway. Around 22 lakh rupees have already been spent on the hanging of Yakub Memon. Now, all the pleas have been rejected, and we've seen whether it's all about legal recourse, whether it's approaching the Supreme Court or the President of India for mercy petition, that has now been rejected. And yes, there was a deliberation within the government with the Prime Minister being briefed by the Home Minister and the Home Secretary. Top-level official meeting was happened, and thereafter the President was briefed. And after the briefing, and remember the first time also the President had rejected his mercy plea petition, but after all the recourse was obviously exhausted, the government went over it. And remember, there is a lot of international press also covering this. There was a deliberation as to what needs to be done, but Modi government has been very firm as far as terrorism is concerned.
Okay.
They have taken a very firm decision that he has to be hanged, and with the law ministry they have taken that decision to the President, and the President has taken the decision.
Okay.
Yakub Memon will hang tomorrow morning.
Stay with me, Amrita. Have the instructions reached Nagpur? Is there anything that Nagpur would require from Delhi apart from that executive order?
See, the Nagpur Jail Authority will just need the letter from the President that the President has rejected the mercy plea. But definitely that was the last hope for Yakub Memon, and now it is quite clear that Yakub Memon will be hanged tomorrow, and the death warrant says that the time is 7 a.m. That is the time given on the death warrant, and so it is quite clear now that Yakub Memon will be hanged tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We haven't got any such details about this from the prison department because nobody is speaking to media. But definitely, as per the rules, if we go as per the rules of the prison department, that clearly says that the time and date given on the death warrant is the final date for execution now.
Amrita Shetge and Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu, many thanks for joining me. This remains our top focus story here on the newsroom. But that is all that I have time for you in this broadcast. Many thanks for watching. News and updates continue on India Today.